All right. I guess it's time for tonight's. I don't know what to call this. I guess I'm going to call it an advice blog, but mostly it's my experience. And it's ironic that tonight's episode is about basically don't take advice. Except for this. Said it before. Gonna say it every time. Don't smoke. Ruins your health, costs you money, causes problems. So on to the next thing. Some of y'all out there, you're younger, and I'm trying to get out of this wash of the light here, and I'm getting into it more. Here we go. Some of y'all out there are younger and you're looking for advice, and I'm going to kind of tell you who not to take advice from. First off, I'm an old fuck. And I'm kind of jaded. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, except the smoking thing. Your parents, I hate to disappoint you, and you may have really good parents. I didn't have very good parents. But your parents are just two people who fucked and had you. That's where their life experience ended. When they had you, was they fucked. Your grandparents, on the other hand, they fucked and had your parents, and they made their mistakes. And so if you're looking for how to raise kids, or how to save money, how to buy a house, these kinds of decisions, they're good people. But be aware that the world has changed since they were doing it, and I've got the cat behind me, and so their advice may be outdated. Your parents, they have a vested interest in your fuck ups, because if you fuck it up, you're going to be moving back home. Hey, kitty. And so their advice is going to be weighted against those fuck ups. Your friends, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but they have a lot in common with you. That's why you're your friends. They come from the same place in life. They work the same kind of job you do. They make about as much money as you do. And they really don't want to see you advance. So if you've got some new idea, they're not going to be real supportive of that, because, they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to do better than they are. So don't take their advice. Most people who are successful in business, I'm convinced the reason they're successful is because at the outset, at least, regardless of where they wound up, they were too goddamn dumb to realize the risk they were taking, and or they wouldn't have done it. I've got my own business and I have my own problems. I got my horse here, and I want to get this in there. She likes to play with her tongue, but so they're not always the best people to ask for advice either. Really, what I'm going to tell you is do what you want. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You got an idea, you think it's good, fucking do it, man. I mean, because worst thing can happen is you fail, which that can happen even if you don't do it. They tell you that if you don't have the goods, if you're not having the shit that you want, that it's your fault, But meanwhile, today, I was supposed to be installing an air conditioner, but I couldn't do that because UPS wouldn't deliver the mounting kit because, quote unquote, there was no one home to sign for it, and it wasn't a signature required package. Not to mention that at the time that they said there was no one here, The UPS guy was sitting in my driveway with his goddamn beep, 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 beep fucking shit on his goddamn truck and aggravating the piss out of my dogs and making them go ape shit. And I asked him, hey man, you got a package or something? Is there some reason you're in my driveway? No man, I'm just doing my paperwork. And I'm like, well, there's a fucking convenience store down the road. Go sit there and do your fucking paperwork and quit aggravating my fucking dogs. And so he didn't leave the package. And I got a notice today that at 6:15 yesterday, he tried to deliver my package and there was nobody here to receive it, when I have it on my camera that from 6:12 until 6:42 he sat in my fucking driveway aggravating the piss out of my dogs. So, and you don't have any control over this, and your success or failure is often tied to people who don't give a fuck about their job, people who don't give a fuck about you. So don't get too hang up on your failures in life. Certainly we all make our own choices and we all get our own consequences, but more often than not, our success or failure is tied to how well someone else does their job. And there's a lot of shitty fucking people out there, and that's just all there is to it. Hey Gypsy, smile for the camera. At the end of the day, enjoy life. Have a pet. Have a horse or a dog or a cat or fuck goats, pigs, chickens. Something that you got to get out of bed and put on pants for. Because that's kind of the secret to success in life, is putting on pants. Once you put on pants, you kind of got the day licked. Because after that, it's just one foot in front of the other. You guys have a good one.